Hey everybody, and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 11th of January. So the moon enters its Disseminating Moon, waning gibberish phase, which happens after full moon today. This phase lasts for 3 to 4 days, sometimes 2.5 to 4, let's say 2.5 to 4 days. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that first. When the moon enters its disseminating, waning gibberish phases, the waning gibberish moon is good for planning, reflecting, self-improvement and connecting with others, learning from past mistakes and refining any plans or relationships. Minor finer details, spending time in silence and stillness can solve your problems and release emotional tension. It's best to do what's essential to you and focus on improving and nurturing yourself. There can also be an increase in communication, but try not to force your opinions on others and keep an open mind. Reflect on ways to enhance your life by thinking about the repetitive thought and behaviour patterns and what you can do to change them slowly. The waning gibberish moon is also a great energy to meditate, spend time with or re-collaborate with your highest self or any higher power you believe in. Also expressing gratitude for your life and the things and people in it, and set information and ideas and thoughts in meaningful ways. The disseminating moon phase creates a unique energy between the sexes, making it easier for those who identify primarily with their masculine or feminine sides to get on. The best use of this opportunity is to explore the balance between your own desires and responsibilities and open your mind to new possibilities. With so much energy in the air, it can be a time of excitement and growth, so don't be afraid to explore your emotions and find creative solutions to any problems you're going through now. Also, on the 11th of January, the Sun makes a quintile to Jupiter, so it's a subtle energy, but it can make people more closed or open-minded about their intellectual, scientific, religious, nihilistic or any other belief system. Some of you may become closer to an authoritative member or members of a group you belong to. Deductive reasoning and gut feelings can be strengthened today, giving you penetrating insights into any problems you may be facing. There is a chance important revelations may come to you through dreams or waking visions, providing you with reassurance or a new direction. The power to emotionally move or be moved by the words and actions of others are possible. So someone may do a nice thing, or you may watch a show online or on the TV, wherever, or go out to the theatre and such places, wherever, and see a performance or something someone says, or it could just be a child of yours or a niece or family member or a nephew or any gender orientation, somebody who, young or older, just makes you just think or moves you in somewhere today. This is a good transit for content creators to write about their higher consciousness, religion, spirituality, philosophy, talking about how someone can get more in touch with their intuition or train themselves in critical thinking can also do well. Venus also makes a square to the moon's north node, so there's a tendency to see what you want to see, which is usually a fantasy of a person or situation and not the truth, which can make it hard to solve disagreements or to just see things clearly. Someone may be, hey, this person's not good for you, and you just think they're all great. We've all been there, I've been there, and then, I've convinced myself that they're great, even though deep down I knew they wasn't, because love and all the rest of it can make us do crazy things. So yeah. Anyway, all that being said, just try and do your best to see people in realistic ways. This energy also allows for you to see the ways in which you have been sabotaging or avoiding your highest potential. And you may think that other people have been blocking your path, and this can be true in some ways. There are always external people and situations that can stop us, but realistically, when we get down to the raw energy of it all, it's us that needs to change. Only we can only control ourselves, and I've had to learn that the hard way. We can't really control other people, and astrology shows that someone can be in love with you one day, not to scare you, but because of transits and things they're meant to do in their life, they have to go off, or you may have to go off. So it's all, I just say, enjoy the moments. That's what we forget. Like, we regret so much when things break up or people die and leave us, is because we don't say the things that we wish we would say, or we take them for granted. So never try not to take things for granted, especially yourself. Some of you will realise that it's your repeating of you going in or allowing yourself to stay in toxic situations, being led by limiting beliefs and not doing the work to understand, manage and forgive your past, and becoming too dependent on others or too independent. For some of you, refusing the help that you may need, or thinking that you need others to do things for you that you can actually do for yourself, or just you feel like you can't do things without others. And I used to think I couldn't do a lot of things without a partner, and I'm doing them without a partner. So sometimes it's our mindset that stops us from achieving the things we really need to do. Because, at times we do need to walk alone, and these times are needed, but make sure you're not being inflexible, you're staying alone out of pride or any other willful reason, or make sure that you're not staying in the situation because of the fear of not wanting to be alone. If people come to you with advice and you may not like it, try and be open-minded. But at the end of the day, it's you that's going to have to make the choice. But don't block any progress for being stubborn. It can be hard for you or others to move on and or to even express yourself at this time because of this energy, or understand yourself with all the bombardment of feelings and emotions, which can further add to the tension. But write your feelings down to help you, or voice record them, or if you've got something that you need to say to someone but you don't know how to say it, maybe voice note it or write it down to them, and encourage anyone else around you who may come with you and say, I don't know how to say this, to write down their feelings and emotions, and just try and be gentle with this vibration, as this can resolve any differences of opinion. Also today, Mercury makes a square to Chiron. So again, another aspect that brings emotions to the front of our minds. Emotional and psychological wounds can be triggered, and it seems like the rule with these two, Venus square the North Node and Mercury square Chiron, so our speech, something that we hear or say, will trigger our emotional wounds during this period. Or you and others may use harsh words or actions that cause problems in relationships. And although you may want to hide from these arguments right now, a good emotional blowout can be what all involved in need. Being honest about your struggles can bring you closer together and strengthen a connection in the long run. Even if it's just being honest with yourself, it can make you closer to yourself. Although the truth may be hard to hear, it is what is needed. You may be tempted to run, but facing your inner truths is what's needed now. By connecting with these parts of you that maybe you've buried, you can become the most complete version of yourself, the benefits of which may help you support and guide others on their paths of self-discovery as you strengthen and continue your own inner healing by taking time to understand and manage your emotional, psychological or spiritual trauma. If you need to, seek out help to help you get over these problems. Although you may think it's a weak thing to do to ask others for support, it's not, because getting advice, professional or otherwise, can help you make powerful steps forward. Some of you may decide to speak out in public about struggles you had with emotional, spiritual and mental health issues. Content creators can produce content that focus on sharing their authentic selves with others, which can help their followers feel less alone and provide them with insight and strategies to overcome their issues. So yeah, that's the daily scope for the 11th of January.